willing and able and getting ready and going and whatnot, whatever it takes.
How you going, Matt?
Hey Rick, how you going, mate?
Good, mate. So we're finished qualifying now between the race and stuff?
Yeah, so we're just about to go out for an hour and a half. Lockie Wood's going to jump in first and then I'm going to jump in. Depending on what happens with safety cars and that, we're probably halfway, 45 minutes mark.
Yep.
We'll go from there.
So how did qualifying go? You said you only got one lap or something?
I got 1 lap. Lockie got 6 laps, but they cut our qualifying 6 minutes short.
Yep.
So I jumped in the car. Car felt pretty good steering. I didn't quite enjoy it for that 1 lap. I thought we could have gone a little bit quicker, but 13th to start in the race.
13th out of how many in the field? 30 something?
Sure, actually, saying 35.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, so
It's up the pointy you're in.
Yeah, so we can move forward. I think we just made a couple of adjustments that actually should push us forward.
Yeah, so how's your setup going?
Sorry?
How's your setup?
Setup? It's a lot better now. We found an issue, so in quali, found a bit of toe in, probably a bit too much toe in.
Yeah, that'll scrub your speed off real bad.
Straight line speed, and we'll hopefully get a bit of straight line speed back now. So,
yep, that's good.
We'll go from there and see what happens.
So did you practice your driver training in driver stopping in qualifying at all?
We did a little one.
Yep.
But we've got a 3 minute pit stop, so we can't do anything.
There's no rush that way.
So just take it pretty chilled.
Yeah. That way no one forgets anything because we're all rookies in this one, aren't we?
That's it, grassroots racing, mate. And you want to keep it safe as well. So
yeah, that's right.
It's all about that, and everyone's learning, novices, and hopefully comes away safely.
Who's going to start the race? You or Lachlan?
Lockie's going to jump in.
Yeah.
Only reason because I'm a little bit tubbier around the belly. So at the end of the race, I'll run the fuel down, and I'll be heavier at the end.
So the car's right on way in.
Probably could be. We're going to push it a bit higher. We don't want to run too close.
Yep.
So we're probably about 5-6 kilos over.
One of the other competitors, Brian Stabiris, he's 48 kilos heavy at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're
you've got to take ballast out.
43.
43 over.
Yeah.
That's a lot of weight to be carrying.
Yeah, but you take an hour and a half in that fuel tank.
Yep.
2 hours will probably run it dry.
Okay, so that's including your fuel. 40.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
So you
that's
come
different.
in straight on the scales at that time. What your weigh at? It's going to be over a ton.
Yep.
So yeah,
so they don't weigh you at the end of the race or anything like that.
End of the race.
They do as well.
Yeah. So
okay.
It's not now. We just weighed it just to make it safe for us. We're going to be close on the mark.
Okay.
So at the end of the race, we'll hopefully be about 5 or 6 kilos over.
Okay. Yep.
So can't get disqualified.
You don't want to get too close, but you've got to have some margin of error.
Yeah, that's it. So that's grassroots racing. You want to take that a little bit out.
No, that's good to see. So, all right, no, good to see. Hopefully we'll see you at the point here at the end of the race.
Yeah, cool. Thanks, mate.
Thanks, Matt. Hey, Lachlan, how you going, mate?
How you going?
Good, buddy.
We're out in Sydney Motorsport Park today. I'm racing in the number 4 Ned Whiskey car with Matt Woodward, as you can see. I'll be the starting driver for this race.
Yep.
So I'll do the first 45-minute stint or so, and then we'll swap over. Matty will hop in. Strategy will change up a bit if a safety car comes out. So after the half an hour mark is when we're allowed to pit. If the safety car comes out, I'll dart quickly in the pit lane and get Matty in so we can save time on the safety car.
That seems to be a lot of people's sort of hopes, but not always does it plan out that way.
No, definitely not.
I mean, we had a few crashes on the start line at Bathurst and on the opening lap, so, hot heads and stuff like that. How are you going to go with all that stuff?
Well, I've done a fair bit of racing in lots of different categories, so I've had my fair share of different types of drivers.
Yep.
So it's all about reading, especially in long races like this. If you can look ahead, see where you're quicker than the other cars, stuff like that, line them up and pass them. Or if they're a bit faster, watch where they're faster. And same goes if they're a bit crazy, if they're sliding in certain corners, just take note of that. You might want to stay back a bit on those corners.
So what other categories have you raced in?
So I've raced a bit of Formula Ford, Legend cars, I've done a couple test days and some other things, so we've done a fair bit of different stuff, and obviously XLs is one of the best categories for racing wise because there's so many cars. It's really good.
So Formula Ford, you'd learned a lot of racecraft in that one.
Yeah, so I was the 2019 New South Wales Formula Ford champion. And I raced with Anglo Motorsport. It was a great year that year, and we had, I think, came down to the last race who was going to win. So it's always good in Formula Ford to really hone your driver skills.
Yeah, and that's big awards there. You're off to big and better things in your future then, obviously.
Yeah, that's the plan. If we can pull some stuff together, pull some sponsors in, and hopefully move on. But yeah, always love coming back and doing the enduro stuff.
I did notice you're one of a few drivers that's got a race suit that is full of sponsorship. Let's have a look. That's pretty flash, mate.
Yeah, so massive thanks to Simpson Australia and Two Race for putting this together for me. They also did undergarments and all that stuff.
Who was that again, sorry?
Simpson Australia and
Okay,
Two
yep.
Race.
Yep.
Massive shout out to those guys, can't thank them enough. The suit, as you can see, looks awesome, and it's super comfy and light.
So you've managed to get sponsorship for you as a driver as well as your team?
Yeah.
So how hard is it? How did you go about that sort of stuff? Because you don't see that much in grassroots racing.
Yeah. So look, sponsorship, it's all about what you're going to give back to them, yeah?
Yep.
You don't want to talk about what they're going to give you, it's what you're going to give to them.
So a young fella like you, you're not running a big business or anything like that, are you? So I mean...
So I lease a race car, that's my business there. So I lease out XLs, that's one of my cars over the back there.
Yep.
And also lease out ledger cars. So
that's a very, very smart and savvy business to run, mate.
Yeah, so
you're only a young bloke, you've got a good head on your shoulders.
Yeah, I also run a media business called Rerun Media.
Okay, yep.
So I do promotional videos for all my sponsors and fellow racers and businesses and stuff like that.
Yep. Mate, you've got a lot of eggs in your basket. You wouldn't have much time for racing, but
union racing take up a lot of my time. So.
Yeah, no, it's good to see. So, well, basically, I'll wind it up here and catch up to you after the race, if that's all right.
Yeah, sounds good, man.
Yeah, no trouble at all. Thanks for your time, Lachlan.
Just a reminder, all higher dorings need to be returned to the timing room before leaving the track. All higher dorings need to be returned to the timing room prior to leaving the track.
How you going, Lachlan?
Not bad.
So how'd you go for the race, mate?
So we just finished the hour and a half enduro, which was kind of a bit short, just to time restrictions.
Yep.
Unfortunately, about 25 minutes in, we had a tyre go flat and then it ripped the sidewall on the tyre, ripped it too.
Yeah, because I saw you off the track for a little while, and I thought it might have been something to do with the alternator or something.
No, I went to turn it and went dead straight, so I was like, well, I can't drive.
Yep.
And then I saw smoke, so I jumped out quickly. But then I just saw it was the tyre that was ripped apart, so I jumped back in. Limped it back to pit slowly, and we chucked a new tyre on it, and out Matty went. But that, by the time we were like 5 laps down.
Yeah.
But we had really, really good pace. We were on pace with top second to fifth.
Yep.
Same that time to seventh, so
I noticed you were getting a couple of good overtaking meters on the first corner there, so that was good.
yeah, no, the car had really good pace. We started 13th, and when it happened, I was in 10th, so we made 3 spots, and I was catching this big rip ahead.
Yep.
I was catching it pretty quick. Slowly started to drop off, and it was yeah,
Mate, can't help bad luck, can you?
happens, motor racing.
It's all experience, though.
Yeah.
Thanks, Lachlan.
Cheers.
Have a good night.